Today Chris Mallett, Member of Parliament for Bay of Quinte, met with Belleville Mayor Neil Ellis to highlight Budget 2025's investments to support a wide range of infrastructure projects and help local communities build Canada strong. Originally announced in March 2025, the $16.1 million investment. The Honourable Joel Lightbound, Minister of Government Transformation, Public Works and Procurement, will announce Budget 2025 investments to advance the Government of Canada's Buy Canadian policy, a key step in making the federal government Canada's best customer. A media availability will follow. Changes in the global trading system are causing massive disruptions and uncertainty for Canadians. The world has changed, and Canada's economic strategy must change. Budget 2025, Canada Strongies our plan to transform our economy from one that is reliant on a single trade partner to one that is strong. Changes in the global trading system are causing massive disruptions and uncertainty for Canadians. The world has changed, and Canada's economic strategy must change. Budget 2025, Canada Strongies our plan to transform our economy from one that is reliant on a single trade partner to one that is strong. In a rapidly changing and uncertain world, Canada's new government is focused on what we can control. We are protecting our communities and our country. We are building our economy with major projects and millions more homes. We are empowering Canadians with lower costs and new opportunities to help. Canada faces a rapidly changing and increasingly uncertain world. The rules-based international order and the trading system that powered Canada's prosperity for decades are being reshaped, hurting companies, displacing workers, causing major disruption and upheaval for Canadians. Today, the Parlia. Changes in the global trading system are causing massive disruptions and uncertainty for Canadians. The world has changed, and Canada's economic strategy must change. Budget 2025, Canada Strongies our plan to transform our economy from one that is reliant on a single trade partner to one that is strong. Ottawa, Ontario. Today, the Honourable Jill McKnight, Minister of Veterans Affairs and Associate Minister of National Defence, the Honourable David McGuinty, Minister of National Defence, the Honourable Mandy Gulmasti, Minister of Indigenous Services, the Honourable Rebecca Alty, Minister of Crown IND. In a rapidly changing and uncertain world, Canada's new government is focused on what we can control. We are protecting our communities and our country. We are building our economy with major projects and millions more homes. We are empowering Canadians with lower costs and new opportunities to help. Stephanie Paquette, Commissioner, Quebec Canadian Radio Television and Telecommunications Commission. Check against delivery. Hello, and thank you to the Association de Radiodiffuseurs Communautaires du Québec for welcoming me tous jours de la radio. It's a real pleasure to be with you for the second. The Honourable Melanie Joly, Minister of Industry and Minister responsible for Canada Economic Development for Quebec regions, will be delivering remarks in Hamilton, Ontario, to discuss the Buy Canadian new policy as highlighted in Budget 2025. A media availability will follow the event. Time 10:00. Time 11:00 AM EST. Location, Council Chambers 228 Church Street, Belleville, ONK 8N3A9. Gaspé, Quebec. Please be advised that the Honourable Mandy Gulmasti, Minister of Indigenous Services, will hold a media availability to highlight federal budget investments. Where, Chantier Naval Forillon 6 Chantier Maritime Street, Gaspé, Quebec, G4X2R6. The Honourable Stephanie McLean, Secretary of State, will host an event at Royal Athletic Park to highlight federal budget investments for local infrastructure and to promote competition and affordability. The Secretary of State will be accompanied by Marianne Alto, Mayor of Victoria, and will Gria. Time 1:00 PM Eastern Time. Location, outside Greater Sudbury City Hall 200 Brady St. Greater Sudbury, Ontario, P3A5P3. Time 11:00 AM Eastern Time. Location, Avonlaw Road Sewage Pumping Station 320 Avonlaw Road, Belleville, Ontario, K8N4Z2. Notes to editor. Media interested in attending the event are asked to contact Alice Hansen, from the Office of the Minister of National Defence, at alice.hansen2@forces.gc.cato. Confirm their attendance. Vancouver, British Columbia. The Canada Border Services Agency Pacific Region Immigration Enforcement and Intelligence and Investigations Operations are part of a newly created BC Extortion Task Force, which was announced by the province of BC in September and is led by the Royal Canadian Mounted P. Virginia Tangvold's documentary Ghosts of the Sea, an investigation into her family's dark secrets, will be available free of charge as of today, November 6, on NFB platforms. Shot all over the world, the film was released in theaters in many Canadian cities last spring and played at festivals across the Co. As of November 6, the NFB series of free public screenings will resume on Thursdays, and one Tuesday, at the Alanis Obomsawin Theatrine de Quartier de Spectacles. Light up the long nights of November and December with these recent gems from the NFB's collection on the big screen. Uchi Conks Award winning. Toronto on Sunday, the Honourable Adam Van Koeverden, Secretary of State, will be in Toronto to highlight federal budget 2025 investments aimed at building a Canadian low-carbon economy. Please note that all details are subject to change. All times are local. The details are as follows. Time 4 p.m. Calgary, Alberta. On November 10, the Honourable François-Philippe Champagne, Minister of Finance and National Revenue, will participate in an armchair discussion at an event hosted by the Calgary Chamber of Commerce. The minister will speak with Deborah Yedlin, President and CEO of the Calgary CHAM. Location: Burnaby, British Columbia. Notes to media: please register with media at international.gc.cato. Obtain the location. Media should arrive 20 minutes early to set up before the announcement begins. The Honourable Recky Valdez, Minister of Women and Gender Equality and Secretary of State, will highlight the Buy Canadian policy and Budget 2025 investments that support small and medium-sized businesses. A media availability will follow the event. Time 10:00 am. Location: Anchor Downley 2590 Owlet. LA Malbaie, Quebec. The Honourable Stephen Guilbeault, Minister of Canadian Identity and Culture and Minister responsible for official languages, will host an event in La Malbaie on Saturday to outline planned federal budget investments aimed at building a strong Canadian economy. He will be joined by the President of the Treasury Board. Also tabled the supplementary estimates, 2025 to 26. These estimates present new funding for the current fiscal year to support government priorities like housing, reconciliation, and investing in the Canadian Armed Forces. This funding has already been accounted for. The supplementary estimates, 2025-26, are the third estimates for fiscal year 2025 to 26, following the main estimates, tabled in Parliament May 27, and supplementary estimates, tabled June 9. The supplementary estimates, 2025-26, present proposed spending for 76 organizations seeking $10.8 billion in BOT. The tabling of the public accounts ends the Government of Canada's expenditure cycle by presenting the government's financial information for the previous fiscal year ending March 31. The information provided in the public accounts is organized in 3 volumes and explains how government revenues were. After the announcement, Minister Olszewski and P.S. Hogan will be available to answer media questions. Time 1:00 p.m.mt. Location: Main Lobby. Energy Environment Experiential Learning Building 750 Campus Drive-In W. Calgary, Alberta. The Parliamentary Secretary to the President of the Treasury Board and Member of Parliament for Cape Spear, Tom Osborne, will highlight federal budget investments that will help build strong communities with improved local infrastructure. A media availability will follow the event. Date: times 11 a.m. The Honourable Evan Solomon, Minister of Artificial Intelligence and Digital Innovation and Minister responsible for the Federal Economic Development Agency for Southern Ontario, will highlight federal budget investments supporting the Buy Canadian policy in Toronto. A media availability will follow. After the announcement, Minister Olszewski will be available to answer media questions. Time 12:30 p.m.mt. Location: Rapid Fire Theatre 1043783 Ave NW Edmonton, Alberta. Time 10:30 a.m. Members of the media are asked to contact HICC Media Relations at media-medias@inf.gc.cato. Receive event location details and confirm their attendance. The Correctional Service of Canada and Ochichuk Keosipi Healing Lodge are conducting an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident. Ensuring the safety and security of its correctional institutions, staff, and the public remains the highest priority of the Correctional Service O. The Honourable Melanie Joly, Minister of Industry and Minister responsible for Canada Economic Development for Quebec Regions, will highlight Budget 2025 investments in infrastructure for future generations as part of the New Build Communities Strong Fund. She will be joined by Abdulhak Sari, Member. The Honourable Buckley Belanger, Secretary of State, will host an event at Kitsaki Hall to highlight federal budget investments to build important local infrastructure. A media availability will follow. Time 1:30 p.m. Location, Kitsaki Hall 2201 James Roberts Street Laurentides, Saskatchewan. Members of TH. Madeleine Chenette, Member of Parliament for Therese de Blainville, invites media representatives to visit a Blainville startup that has developed an energy converter capable of transforming electricity. She will take the opportunity to highlight a said financial contribution for the business and why. Ottawa, Ontario, please be advised that Parliamentary Secretary Jamie Battiste will hold a media availability to highlight federal budget investments. Where, Victoria Highlands Civic Centre 26 Jessica Wong LN Badek, NSB 0E1B0. Time 10:00 a.m. MT Location, National Access Arts Centre 80038, Fairmont Drive SE Calgary, ABT 2H0Y1. Media representatives are invited to visit a technology-based medical equipment manufacturing business along with Steve Lavoie, Member of Parliament for Beauport, Limoilou. Mr. Lavoie will take the opportunity to highlight a said financial contribution for the business. He will be available to answer. St. John, New Brunswick. The Honourable Wayne Long, Secretary of State responsible for the Canada Revenue Agency and financial institutions, will discuss Budget 2025's measures to improve Canada's transportation network, strengthen economic resilience and support trade diversification. He will be. Hamilton, Ontario. The Honourable Gary Anandasangari, Minister of Public Safety, will host an event in Hamilton to highlight federal budget infrastructure investments. He will be joined by Manny Figueiredo, President and Chief Executive Officer, YMCA of Hamilton, Burlington, Brantford. A media of Isla. The Honourable Sean Fraser, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada and Minister responsible for the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency, today announced the following appointment under the judicial application process established in 2016. This process emphasizes transparency, merit, and the Honourable Sean Fraser, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada and Minister responsible for the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency, today announced the following appointment under the judicial application process established in 2016. This process emphasizes transparency, merit, and the Honourable Sean Fraser, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada and Minister responsible for the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency, today announced the following appointments under the judicial application process established in 2016. This process emphasizes transparency, merit, and November 7, 2025, Ottawa, Ontario, Department of Justice Canada. The Honourable Sean Fraser, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada and Minister responsible for the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency, today announced the following appointments under the judicial application process est. Members of the media are invited to an event where the Honourable Sean Fraser, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada and Minister responsible for the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency, will speak to the federal budget and steps being taken to build a strong economy for the next gener. 30. Since January 2024, the Quebec Region Criminal Investigations Section has conducted 24 investigations into the importation of prohibited weapons and devices. In the same period, charges were laid in 18 cases and 12 individuals were convicted. A number of investigations are still underway, while of time 09:00 a.m. ADT Location, Joe and K Room Center E and P Senecal Center 60 Rue Willette Grand Falls, NBE 3Z0B6. Canada's values are rooted in our shared identity, cultural richness, and deep connection to the land. Canadians have so much to be proud of, celebrate, and defend as Canadians. The government is committed to protecting what makes Canada unique and brings Canadians together, through continued investment. In a rapidly changing and uncertain world, Canada's new government is focused on what we can control. We are protecting our communities and our country. We are building our economy with major projects and millions more homes. We are empowering Canadians with lower costs and new opportunities to help.